Hola, crypto fans. We got a lot to cover today. What if I told you crypto's stealing some thunder from gold? That's right, the gold market may be breaking, which could flood crypto with billions. I've got some stats to share with you. We've got Elizabeth Warren being challenged by a pro-crypto lawyer. You know the guy, it's Deaton. Think he's got enough votes to beat the Warren machine out east. We're going to talk XRP pricing, BTC pricing, XLM pricing, VeChain, anyone? And of course, your comments. And Shimano, if you would like to sponsor me, we got more parts in, everyone, for the Kalbenrudbach. That's my South African accent. I've been working on it. Antlin starts us off. Klaus, you're a good son. I don't even do my own taxes, let alone someone else's. Please tell your parents that they said they should be incredibly proud of you. Yeah, I survived doing my parents' taxes today. It was fairly interesting to say the least, but it was cool because we got to hang out. They got to see the puppies, and the puppies were really good with them. So score some points for the puppies. A lot of good crypto news coming out today. The gold one, you got. Okay, look, you know I'm a big gold fan. So you know that story's going to be hard, but like the crypto part of me is like, dude, well, you're cool with that too, right? And I'm like, yeah, duh. So it's good news. Wait until you see the billions. And this isn't any of that stupid like bullshit billion video. I'm talking about like legitimate data showing you that money is leaving gold going into crypto. Andrew Butcher says, Klaus, do you have any thoughts on the rumored Black Swan event that so many YouTubers warn about? Cyber attacks, Russian this and that. Some internuke that'll blast all our numbers to zero. Does this sort of clatter through the pipe set off any alarms for you? Forgive me if this has been previously discussed. Oh, Andrew, great question, my guy. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't worry me because, like, look, I really believe in diversification. That's like with everything. Should you have some crypto assets? Darn good idea. Should you have some cash? Darn good idea. Should you have some precious metals in tradable quantities in case something happens? Pretty good idea. Like, you should have things, like, spread around so that if something does happen, you still have lifelines somewhere else. And I think that, like, logic should apply to a lot of things in life. You know what I mean? Like, it's just be prepared. And, when it comes to, like, the whole rumored Black Swan event, like, don't live life in fear either. I mean, what's the point of letting fear control you? Just be as prepared as good as you can be. And if shit hits the fan, guess what? We all got to deal with it. The strong will survive. Just roll with it. You'll be better planned than most people. So, Andrew, great question. Bitcoin sitting at 52,069. Nice, Bitcoin. Thank you for helping us out on this Thursday. ETH 2387. BNB making a move. Oh, I still can't touch it, man. I wouldn't even touch it with your money. Straight up. BNB 356 right now. Up 7% last 24 hours. So down a little bit in the red. 115 though. Still looking strong. 114, my bad on that. XRP 55.4 up 2.86 last 24 hours. We're going to talk about VeChain. Homegirl has been deep in the green. For my Irish fan folk, this is the green we're talking about. VeChain fans in the house, comment down below. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, man. You ready for this? This is great news for crypto. Gold's ETFs experience a $2.4 billion outflow. Money leaving gold going into crypto. BlackRock iShares Gold Trust Micro and iShares Gold Trust experienced significant outflows. 230.4 million in the first one, 423 in the second one. Oh my gosh. These outflows coincided with a 3.4% decline in gold prices. Gold's still fairly strong, holding pretty close to 2,000, but that is money leaving from funds. Dude, that is crazy. According to research conducted by the World Cup Gold Council dated February 7th. Ooh, buddy, we don't want that. That's not what we want. We'll leave it in here. I don't know what the hell that was, my guy. Only a few of them deviated. But according to research conducted by the World Gold Council dated February 7th, the downward trend contributed to a 2% decline in assets under management, falling to 210 billion. That's, okay, the gold market is massive. I mean, massive. Like, and we're talking like everything from like physicals to derivatives, contracts, public companies, private, you name it. It's a massive market. And the fact that you're seeing these outflows in the gold market swing into the BTC ETFs, it's not coincidence. There's a diversification of store of value. Now, I brought this story up because remember, Andrew asked about the whole idea. What if something blasts all your numbers to zero? Well, if you've got some gold, if you've got some crypto, you've got some cash, maybe you got some things to trade for, right? I mean, just be practical, right? What would you want? What would you want? Shit hits the fan, what would you want? What would you need in the first month? Let's change that out. What would you need? You got that kind of stuff, dude. Like, you're good to go, man. You're better prepared than most. So going to that story, right, with the ETFs, you're seeing gold as the store of value play, which has been for generations. Now seeing some slippage to BTC ETFs. Okay. I got numbers for you. Why? Because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's get some numbers from Eric Balchunas. These are year-to-date flows. Look at this. Granite Shares Gold Trust down 12. You've got physical, Abram, Precious Metals, Basket Share ETF down 22. Here's a bad boy right here. So you got some big year-to-date kind of outflows. Look, iShares Gold Trust, 423 million. These are the two we were talking about straight. That's nuts. Okay, cool. You got a couple of them that broke the trend, right? But that's not offsetting these beasts. That's $2.3 billion out of gold. And when you think of like the total size of gold here, and you know, like what the market looks like in terms of assets under management, falling to 210 billion, there's lots of billions left that can slip. If the gold price slips while crypto is starting to pop, now granted, not everything is popping in the market. Not everything is popping as strong. You're seeing a very mixed bag. Like, let's tell the truth to each other. You're seeing a very mixed bag. Some winners are hitting. Some people are staying stagnant. Some people are doing okay. It's all over the place. VeChain hitting good. ICP hitting really strong. All right, you're seeing some players out there make some big moves. Casper, right? Hitting strong as well. Let's keep learning, because that's what we're all about. Senator Warren hasn't lost the Senate race. Is a pro-crypto Republican lawyer about to change that? We're talking about Deaton. But will Deaton carry enough clout? Will there be enough crypto action there? Will he get enough support from the Republican side to make it possible? I mean, hey, taking down Warren would be a great thing, but man, homegirl was elected as senator in 2012. We're 2024. Let's swing it on over to price action, where we got XRP right now sitting at that 55 for now. 6-month chart up on here, and you can see what is the action. Okay, the action is BTC ETF rumor. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what you've seen since. Seeing a pivot, though, a very strong pivot here. Is it benefiting as much as, say, as BTC in the last 6 months? No. Is it an apples-to-apples comparison? I will ask you, don't you like to compare yourself to the best? Or do you want to compare yourself to average? I would rather compare myself to the best and see how I stack up. BTC over these last 6 months, I mean, like, I'm not being mean here, almost doubled in price. What about XLM last 6 months? All right, we're starting over here. I mean, kind of all over the place, anywhere from like 13 to 11. But they look different, don't they? What about VeChain? All right, really juicy here last couple days. Good run up, right? We saw a little bit of resistance action. You saw it, you know, and then whoa, girlfriend, she went. But do you notice how they're all looking fairly different? Open up ETH and go in the last 6 months. You're like, okay, kind of like BTC, but man, the alt's looking very different. Think of when we look at the heat map. What about Caspa? Made some big moves here as of late. Go to the 6 month on that action. Check it out. That's the last 6 months. So things are moving. Some are doing fairly well. Some are going sideways. Some are down. Some are up very strong in the short run here. You've got available money. We've talked about that. Sorry, my sinuses are really bugging me right now. My sinuses in my throat have been really bugging me. You've got money outflowing from gold, going into crypto. Is this just the start of the money flowing out of the gold? You know, especially seeing it out of the ETF. Because there are some ETF players out there, okay? And they like big, safe places to put their money where maybe they can get some 5%, 7%, 10% if they're lucky kind of crap. So, I mean, you know, you get some ETF players out there switching over. If there's more play left in BTC that could tug the alts with it, and we see some alts really just keep popping, some other players popping, you could steal several more billion from gold and another couple billion from gold. And you could really start winning over more traditional finance people, which could open the doors to more legitimate trading, more legitimate acceptance. People would feel more comfortable, right? Because there'd be more protection. So this is a really good story. But you could see each one of these are just reacting so differently. And I honestly think that's healthy. We're starting to see some diversification in the market. So the gold thing is seriously a big deal. There's so much money tied to it. And, you know, gold's still doing a good job holding its price. But it's not, how do I put this? It's very traditional. You're not going to see a 30% swing in the price of gold in the short term. But in crypto, you could see a 300% change in a very short term. Is one more risky than the other? Yes, obviously, of course, you know. But when we're looking at it, we're seeing billions flow out of something that would be considered very safe and put into something a little bit more risky. Is that the big money out there telling us, hey guys, we're getting ready to dump more and more into the market? We're feeling more comfortable. We're feeling good to take on risk. Because think about that. That's safe money from the gold ETFs, which is kind of just grind you money, right? Like it's just like an ATM. It doesn't pay out like big bills, but like, you know, you put a lot of money in the ATM, it won't pay out. It'll stack up, right? But when we're sitting here and we're thinking, man, those billions of gold could kind of flow out and start chiming into crypto. And now we get some players making some headway. We get ETFs seeing, maybe we get an ETH ETF. You know, odds are kind of low, but maybe it's possible. Maybe we get a few more players in the BTC ETF race. I mean, you get more of these traditional finance people involved, you could do a whole bunch of good things. And these traditional finance people are going from a safe haven asset class, gold ETFs, into crypto. They're ready to take the risks. So they're starting to see some more and more signs that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that we're going to start seeing monetary conditions just start turning around and becoming more favorable. Is it going to take time? Yeah, it's definitely going to take some time for those conditions to change. But you're starting to see the big players now starting to take some risk. Billions, by the way, of risk.